All that nigga do is rap, his ass ain't never did a drill. COD confirmed to kill, spin a nigga streak for real.
Hello guys, so today, you read the title, you know what's going on. I posted a video a couple days ago, more like a week ago, and I mean, it blew up per se. I mean, it was a good video for me, a little over 7,000 views. I mean, it's great, done better before, but it's great. And basically the whole point of the video was the WNBA's not good. I mean, it's not ridiculous to say. It's been said before. It's a reasonable statement. And I was comparing them up with fifth graders. It was a funny little clip. I mean it as a joke, and I still think it's funny. And obviously, 95% of the reasonable people in the comments, I know how my comments are, they're usually reasonable. Like, I might be wrong, but like, that's the WNBA. It's funny. It's a clip of a fifth grader airballing a three-pointer at a local game near my house, and made sure not to show any of their faces, you know, just legal stuff, whatever. But there were a couple females. I didn't know they watched my videos, but here we are. And they commented on the video, and you get the gist. One of them was, there were two, right? About 45 comments on the video. Only two of them were even defending the WNBA. One of them was semi-reasonable. The other, however, was not. Got the first comment right here. It says, "Dude, the WNBA don't suck. Shut the hell up. You think you're funny, but you ain't." And this comment is semi-reasonable despite the fact that it's completely criticizing me, which is okay. I'm okay with it. I've experienced much worse. And this comment basically is suggesting the fact that the WNBA isn't terrible. And compared to the fifth grade basketball, compared to the highest levels of sixth and seventh grade basketball, this is very true. I've played against all of these. That is very true. But compared to eighth grade basketball, it's kind of different. And here's why I think eighth grade is where it gets different and where eighth graders could actually beat the WNBA, unlike seventh and sixth graders. And it's because in eighth grade, you're the step before high school. It's the highest level of basketball before high school. Like AAU, some AAU eighth grade teams could dismantle high school teams. And I mean, you get to the point where it's like, I am personally being looked at by two different colleges, a D2 and a D3. And I'm playing up against guys who are getting offers from 5 schools. Like, hey, you just don't know what you're going to get at this age. Look here, don't get me wrong. Like, I love the game of basketball. The game of basketball is what I do. I play all the time. I mean, I obviously haven't been posting many videos because it's, negative 20 degrees outside or whatever it is. But I love the game of basketball. I play all the time. You don't see all that I play. All the time I play doesn't go on video, obviously. And so when people say that I don't know the game of basketball, or this, as this woman suggested in the replies after, and saying, like, we're less educated than women who play basketball, I mean, that's just completely illogical. You just can't say that. I mean, not like she can't, because technically she can, but you can't honestly think that. That's ridiculous. And obviously, if you're new to the game of basketball, you don't have to take my word for it. I mean, you could be like, well, what does this guy's word mean compared to this woman? It's like, don't they have equal say in this? I mean, so I brought you a clip. Obviously, this is some of the worst plays that the WNBA has, but I mean, that's the whole point, is the fact that they're capable of making these plays. And look at that pass. Like, if you're so educated about the game, why would you throw that pass? Aren't you supposed to be the highest level of girls basketball there is? I mean, this is just, like, what is this? This is not basketball. This is just really sad. And this is why I stand by my case. Like, that shot, first off, she shouldn't have taken that shot in the first place. I mean, that was coming to her, and this is just so stupid. So I guess in conclusion, in a response to this comment, I'd say, no, the WNBA is not terrible. I never said they were. I was making a joke. I do think they're bad. I do think they're uneducated. I do think that what you said was very hurtful. Just kidding. It wasn't. It was fine. And the replies to it were, it got worse. I'm not going to completely expose everything this person said. If you really want to see it, the video's up in my shorts. It's the most recent one I posted. You can go check that out. It's just completely illogical, the stuff that they're saying down there. And obviously my fans came and backed me up and kind of roasted her all over the comments. And just, it's so bad. that people have gotten into a society today, and I don't know if it's society or just complete ignorance in thinking that, oh, well, just because there's a national professional women's league, they're just as good as the men's league. They're not. And she said she watched the WNBA. Then you should know better than anyone. You should know better than all of us that the WNBA has serious flaws. That is just not as good as the NBA. That's obvious. That's something that even me, as someone who rarely watches the WNBA and watches the NBA frequently, I notice that stuff. I play high-level basketball. I have an opportunity to play even higher-level basketball. You have to realize I can notice the difference. And the difference here is the WNBA is not as good. It never will be. And actually, frankly, it's not even close. Now, when comparing it to 8th grade basketball, as I just did, that's fun. That's cool. And that's what brings us to our second. And if you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and drop a like, because now we're getting into the good stuff. This comment is just, wow. This is crazy. The person said, why would you say that? There are WNBA players that are better than NBA players. Whew. This is tough. I really can't believe anybody said this, but here's my opinion on it. Trust me, guys, this is gonna get fun. Okay, for this next clip, I got to give some credit to my man J-Dog. He's about 50,000 subscriber YouTube channel, so go check him out. And he posted this video a little while ago, a few years ago, I think. And this is a former Division II basketball player competing against a WNBA player, and this obviously came out a few years ago, but still, it is. And what happens is what I expected, what I've been saying would happen. This guy is about 30 years old now. He hasn't played in a long time. I mean, obviously, because when you get to a certain level, you're not going to play a ton after you're out of it. And so if you look at her stats right there over her career, she's about a 6-a-game scorer. And it'll show his stats in a second. That's him. He's 5'10", and this is a clip from him playing in D2 at Presbyterian. So, yeah, it's not like he played crazy high-level basketball. I mean, this is about the level that I've been offered currently in 8th grade. So consider this as me, because this is about 5 years before I'm able to play at that level, and this is about 5 years after he was able to play at that level. So take that into account. And this is a woman who is playing basketball daily, like at this point. That's great defense right there. I mean, sure, it's against an almost 30-year-old man, but that's great defense right there. I mean, when you watch this clip, I'm not going to show you all of it, but when you watch this clip, you'll just see it ends up being a game point decision to Lexi Brown. That's her name. And if you saw earlier, she had a 90-minute workout before this. So her shot, I think this was unfair. I think that she got some time to warm up before this game, and I think this guy really could have won. And obviously, I'm just gonna say it now. The camera guy at this wasn't very good at his job. We didn't even see half the shots go up at the rim. But so she takes a 2-0 start, kind of fumbles a little bit after going up 3-0, I think. Because, like I said, she's getting the shots up early because she had a workout, obviously, and he just got there. So, I mean, she gets up early, then misses a shot, I think, right here. Yep. And he gets a chance to do it. And you'll just watch. I'll let you watch in just a second in peace. You'll just watch and see is Darius, I think his name is going to just completely prove, as soon as he gets a bit warmed up, why he played D2 basketball and why D2 basketball is just as good, if not better, than the WNBA. Because this is a guy who's past his prime, who played at this level a long time ago, versus a girl who's playing in her prime right now at a WNBA professional level. So to argue that WNBA is better than the Division II, semi-reasonable. To argue that the WNBA is better than the NBA, ridiculous. I mean, that's just, like I said, that's completely unreasonable. I mean, she's a good player. I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, she can hoop. But it's nothing special. I mean, like I said, this guy is a former D2 player, and he's keeping up with her. If you're watching the video, he's keeping up with her right now. That makes it 4-3 right there. And that's exactly what I could do. That's exactly what my friends could do. That's exactly, well, not all my friends, but you get the gist. That's exactly what my good basketball friends could do. The players I play with and against could do that to her. So not only is D2 better than the WNBA, you could argue that 8th grade is better than the WNBA. I think a good 8th grade AAU team could beat the WNBA champions. I'm of that opinion. You can disagree with me all you want, but I just watch the clips like this, and I'm like, this is not high-level basketball. This is a level of basketball I could compete in, and I'll show you why. The two best WNBA players in the world right now are A'ja Wilson and Brenna Stewart. They competed for the MVP race and for the finals MVP race. They are the two best players in the league. Now, both of these players are putting up about 23-9, which is great numbers. And when you look at it, they're both playing about 32, 33 minutes a game per last season. Now let's take a look at my stats. And as my school basketball season is coming to a close, my stat line has come out, and it looks like this. It's 13.1 points, 16.4 boards, 3.2 assists, and 7.1 blocks on only 22 minutes per game. And when you average that out to 32 or 33 minutes per game, I'd be putting up close to 18 points per game, close to 20 rebounds, close to 5.5 assists, and close to 9.5 blocks. And that's incredible. That'd be MVP of the WNBA for sure. And so what I'm taking away from this, and I'm 6'4" with shoes, so I'm about the same height as A'ja Wilson and Brenna Stewart. I mean, I could compete with these guys. I mean, they're forwards just like I would be in the WNBA. I mean, all they have on me, according to the stats, is they're slightly better scorers at this point in their careers, and I'm going to get better at that. And I think and I also have to look at it, and I got guys on my team who are able to do the same kind of things as me. And that's just my opinion. So I hope you enjoyed the content. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.